Ranger Angelina here. We are inside the Nature Center. We're closed for lunch right now. And we wanted to give you a look at our new snake tanks. So the Nature Center was built in 2001, and I presume that the tanks that were here have been here since at least then. So we have done a lot of modifications to the existing tanks in the meantime. But we're super excited because we have 5 new custom tanks. So if you look at them here, these are on the south side of our cube inside the Nature Center. And they're from Custom Pages. You can see that we used photo backdrops. So this one's from Black Mesa, and the others are all from within our park. And my favorite thing is, so when I started, there weren't heat lamps and the lights weren't on timers. So my friend Aaron Goodwin from the Tulsa Zoo helped me fix all of that. He donated some supplies and taught us how to do it correctly. And we purchased a bunch of timers, so the lights come on by themselves in a natural cycle for those snakes. So we don't have to worry about it every day coming in and turning them all on and off. And then the heat lamps remain on. And so the lights on one side and the heat lamps on the other side, it creates some natural gradient of temperature within the environment so the snake can choose the temperature that it would like. We also got some new humidity and temperature gauges so we can monitor what the climate is like here inside the tanks. And they're larger, just a few inches larger, lengthwise and height-wise. They fit perfectly in here. The top's perforated aluminum, so it allows for some good ventilation within the tanks for the snakes. And these are our coach whips. We have an eastern and a western coach whip. The western came from Black Mesa and the eastern came from inside my living room here at the park. And they are cohabitating. They're very similar sizes and neither is super aggressive, so we put them in here together and been feeding them separately, double the quantity, and they have been snuggled up in this log for the most part, so that's really exciting to see. And it's good to see the difference between the two. So they look very similar, except their color is exact opposite. Now it's a really cool new enclosure. And then this is some walnut substrate. So we wanted the substrates to look natural and to be different in all the tanks, so you're not looking at the same thing. When I started, we had artificial turf in all of the tanks. These are easier to clean. You can physically remove any of their feces and put in new substrate, and then like the water bowl matching and all of that. So their names are Lazarus and Janine. And this down here is Sirius, the black rat snake. And black rat snakes are known for climbing like straight up surfaces. So you might see them on the side of your house. They climb straight up a wall, defying gravity, but they can also climb straight up trees. They're known for climbing straight up pine trees. And this image is from Whispering Pines here at the park. And so the substrate in here is repti bark, which is that reddish hue, so it blends in really well with that red pines in the background. And we have some pine cones and pine needles in here for him. And as he's a climber, we have a lot of logs in here for him to climb on. It gives him something to feel, like a different texture, something to do. So it's good to create those little environments in there. And this is similar. We have some oaks in fall foliage and the repti bark down here. This is Buffalo Bull. He's our bull snake, and he's over 5 feet long. He's a monster right now. And this image is from the Cherokee area in our park that I took fall of 2018. This is mine and Sierra's favorite. These are our hognose snakes. And this is another one where we have doubled them up, which is really cool. It's something you have to closely monitor as a keeper to make sure that they're both eating well. I don't see George, who's just really active.
He should be in the bag.
So this is Peppa. And then George is in here somewhere too. But their background is this image from the Nature Loop, a big rock covered in lichen and moss, which is like my favorite thing ever. So we brought in these rocks that are from the park that are also mossy and lichen covered, and then wood chip substrate. So that's what the trail looks like out there just below. those rocks. So Peppa is an adult hognose and George is a juvenile. So it's again cool to see them next to each other. And they coil up together, so do our coach whips. And kind of, it's almost like they're overwintering together in a hibernacula. They're hanging out with one another. So it's cool for visitors to see. We found them to be a lot more active in these new tanks, and it's just better lit and better ventilated and bright. So they're really cool. We're excited to get them because it's a big purchase. It doesn't happen every decade even. So when you're here next time, come and check out. We have all our new signs from the sign shop as of last October, and then now we have beautiful snake tanks to match them. Better for our snakes, better for us, and better for our visitors. Right, Peppa? So snakes will be going down for their wintering time. Just about now, you might see them on the move, hanging out around your house. So remember to leave them alone. Most of our snakes here are not venomous. They definitely don't want to go after you. You're too big to eat. So appreciate our snakes with us and check out these new tanks next time you're at the park.